Hello, beautiful, blessed souls. Welcome to Brainy Twin Gemini. If you're new, welcome. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the comments, the sense of community on our channel. It truly warms my heart, and I love you all so, so much. So a little bit about myself. I'm a twin, back in physical essence of my twin after a physical separation in the 3D. I'm meant to debunk any of the myths out there, all the untruths, and come to you with the truth. I believe I'm a messenger on this journey, and I'm delivered signs and things and messages every single day, and I believe these messages are meant for you to find the light within and ultimately the light of each other in physical essence. I'm a little bit different. I channel energy into a journal each day. I strictly just flip the cards purely out of my own entertainment purposes because the cards always resonate with the energy. And I primarily channel masculine energy. So when I was meditating this morning, I do various types of meditation, grounding, Epsom salt baths, grounding in nature. The one message I was getting today, specifically, and whoever this resonates with resonates, not everything will resonate, is to trust your intuition. And don't doubt the love in your heart. And so some of you are really, really struggling right now, and you don't even know if this is truly your twin flame. So, or this is your connection. So whomever this is, this message is specifically for you. Trust your gut. Now, how do you know that this is your twin? This is one of the largest questions that plagues twins in this journey, is you just know. So if you're here, you've been divinely guided here. And you just know within your soul that there's something much deeper to this connection than you've ever experienced before in your life. So whoever this message is, very, very important. Numbers that I've been seeing, 111, all week, 4 days. And this is a message that there's new beginnings and abundance and prosperity. And I just feel like for some of you, that communication and these barriers are being broken down. These barriers that are preventing you from, being together in the physical essence of each other. Very, very important. And lastly, this has been a strong theme. I believe I get these messages from divine messengers of nature. And each week it's something. But this week it's specifically been the crow. And it's, when I'm out walking, there's one like walking towards me, two flying over top of me. And crow is so good. It represents past life, but most importantly, it's your psychic awareness and your psychic ability. And I call that your inner guide and your inner gut. It's amplified right now. So these two messages kind of go hand in hand. Your gut, your inner guide is telling you what this connection is. Trust you. Nobody but you can tell you that you're on this journey. So that's what I have. There's so much more. I usually let the cards be the guide of the message. And yeah, it's all good things. And what I normally do is, as I said, masculine energy, 4 cards being my birth number, and what is in their current heart space as of now. And this message is coming to me right now. I don't know who this is. Some of you are neglecting your temple, the temple that houses your soul. You need to get some exercise and eat properly and proper rest. Okay, so this is what's in your heart space as of the moment. I cannot believe this. Okay. See, again, my own entertainment. Oh, I love it. This is again, just a reminder, masculine's heart space. Okay, this is so beautiful. Very diverse, but a very beautiful message. And again, if you're listening to this, you're divinely guided here today. This is definitely a spiritual journey. And I love these cards. Such care and consideration went into these cards. You see, these are all roads. And the road travels and trials and tribulations of all these spiritual journeys. There's many different roads, there's many different doorways, there's many different paths, but ultimately it's the path of your heart and the soul love that you have. This is unconditional love, and it is definitely a spiritual journey, and it is tough because you end cycles, and that's exactly what I was just saying, endings and beginnings. The masculine energy is ending these psychics, these karmic, toxic, polluted, whatever is in their life. And it's beautiful. And why is that? Because of this spiritual journey. There's so many myths out there. There's so much, I don't like to swear often, but I'm going to bullshit. And it breaks my heart. It truly does, because people are taking advantage of vulnerable hearts. Your heart is most vulnerable when you go into that physical separation. And people, believe it or not, monopolize off of that vulnerability. And it's just atrocious. That's my rant for the day, sorry. Creativity. I have music here because I feel like some of the masculine energies are musicians. And, they're guitarists, drummers, vocalists, pianists, anything to do with music. And they subdued their creativity, their creative geniuses. You've helped them open up their creative flow again within themselves, and they are forever grateful. You have no idea. They're actually, some of them are writing lyrics about the divine feminine. They're thinking about you constantly. You are their inspiration, and it's most beautiful. And I love this card so much. True love. The masculine energy has, since you came into into each other's life, however you came in, you don't physically have to touch. It could be anything. It could be letters. It could be dating. It could, social media. It could be any way. There's no right or wrong way in how you come together. But the masculine energy just knows that this is true love. It's beautiful love. And I love the swans, because two swans together make this heart. And there's just a theme here, hearts. It's all about the heart. This is, Twins is about soul love, and soul love resides in the heart. And love resides in the heart, period. But this is deep soul love. So that's that. So a different type of message here. Let's put it this way. Soul, heart, the voice of the heart becomes a little bit more powerful than the noise of the mind, if that makes any sense. Okay. So this is another, just what's in their current heart space. And if it's 3, I'll take it, and it is. And this, for some reason, wants to keep falling over. I love all of this. So nothing can ever sever our soul bond. Exactly. It's a soul bond. It's complicated, but beautiful. I know that kind of sounds strange, but you're connected at the soul level. There's no deeper connection than the soul. And the soul is a very complex. When I was in your physical presence, I was my true authentic self. Yes. No filters, no ego, no false self, no nothing. When you're together, and if you have that blessing of physical essence of each other, whatever form it may be, no right or wrong here, you were your true authentic self, because you're meant to be. But it's vulnerable because you still have garbage to deal with. But divine God universe wants to show you what your true authentic self looks like, and it's beautiful. And they know I'm going through a forced spiritual awakening. I'm confused. Be patient with me. Exactly that. Spiritual journey. This is what this is. A forced awakening. I can only give the messages on how we endeavored the journey, my twin and I. Everybody's journey is different, but ultimately the same. Yeah, I know I'm being, but it's this spiritual awakening is not voluntary. Some people actually go to school to actually spiritually awaken. When twins come to each other, it's forced, and it's scary as no tomorrow. believe it or not, because you don't know what's happening to you. It's so abrupt, it's so fast, and it's shocking. And meditating unconditional love. I feel like right now, in the last couple of weeks, there's huge manifestations in the universe right now. And if you're doing the work, you're going down the right spiritual journey, you're at the right path, you're listening to your guide, your intuition, your psychic awareness, you're being led towards each other in the physical. Stay away from the garbage, please. Please, please, please. Stay away from the garbage. So that's that. Now, if the masculine could say anything to the beautiful feminine energy, just energy. Don't get trapped in the energy. Don't get trapped in the label of the energy. I have one, I think it's twin flame traps. Watch it, because some of us gets caught in that cycle, in that trap, and it's so difficult to get out of. So if they could say anything, what would it be? And I cannot believe this. Oh boy. Such a beautiful message. Okay. So I love this message. I always love the messages. They're very important messages, grounding. I feel like the masculine energy is saying to the feminine energy to go and ground yourself in nature. It's so important to do this. Some of you, and again, what resonates, what doesn't. Some of you are in a very low vibe right now. You're low vibing. And I think a lot of it has to do with family interference, so believe it or not. You need to ground that energy, and you need to get back into that high loving vibe. You truly, truly do. Because when you're in a low vibe, you can't have that transference of love for each other, that unconditional love. And then you start triggering some very uncomfortable energy between the two of you, because you're energetically connected and soul connected. So the masculine energy is asking you, feminine, please get out into nature. I always say put your feet in the grass if you can, the ocean, water, hug a tree, lay on the grass, wherever you may be. It will immediately restore your energy. So they're feeling something, and they care and love you so much. They want you to get rid of that negative energy. The mask. This is the mask. What is the mask? The mask is your false self, right? Many of us navigate this world with a mask on our face of our false belief, our false self. And when you start to awaken, you realize who you truly are. And you get rid of all the toxicity in your life, and you realize that much of your life is a lie. And some of you are just so reluctant to take the mask off. That's your ego. And what the ego is always wanting to resurrect, and always wanting to, I don't know, it's a constant battle within. It's the ego versus the soul. And some of you are really struggling to take off that mask. If you need help, please send me an email, brainytwingemini69@gmail.com. I get hundreds. I'm weeks behind, but I will try and help you overcome that ego. It's difficult because it always wants to win. Nobody, well, I don't want to say nobody, but whatever this battle within oneself on this journey, this is such a beautiful love. And all twins do is they love unconditionally. They're meant to raise the vibration, but for some reason, this ego doesn't want this to happen, and it plays tricks on your heart. So be careful with the mask, please. That's what the masculine is saying. And many of the masculine energies are traveling towards the feminine energy in 3D for victory, and it's beautiful. They're traveling towards you. It may be not at the pace you want. Okay? I see this spiritual journey. Everything is a road, okay? And they're ending the cycles, and they're traveling, and they're moving closer to you in third dimensional physical essence of one another. And ultimately, there's victory. You're going to share the most beautiful, beautiful love, with one caveat. Even when you come back together in physical essence of each other, there's still triggers, and there's still healing work that needs to be done. but divine feels you're ready to accept those triggers and to complete the healing work within oneself, each other, and believe it or not, all of us, all around us. So that's such a beautiful message. So basically the masculine energy is saying, you know, when I was with you, I was my true authentic self. There was no mask. Please, feminine, take a look and remove the mask, which is ego, believe it or not. This is another type of message. Okay. That's not 3. And the last one. I cannot believe this. Okay. So the first one is, you've rattled my soul, I'm terrified and a mess. It resonates with a forced spiritual awakening. And they're scared. And because much of this is not voluntary. And you're like, it's almost like you're going through an identity crisis. You're like, what is this? Why is all of this happening? It's terrifying. And the masculine energy is a mess. You see, with this journey, it's just, you just don't wake up one day and say, oh, I'm healed and I've gone through the spiritual journey and it's over. No, it's a lifelong journey. And it's also a lifelong journey for some to get to enlightenment, if at all. So it's scary. I lie awake manifesting our love. Basically what I just said minutes ago, there's this huge manifestation going on universally right now. Masculine energy is meditating unconditional love, and they're lying awake manifesting. So awake is meditation. You're not into that deep sleep, but it's an awake state of meditation, and I love it so much. And separation is just an illusion. Break free. We are always together in the 5D, and that could be the mask. The more you invite separation into your life, the more you bring it in, believe it or not. So if you're with your soul tribe or your soul, soul group or whatever, and you're saying, oh, we're in physical separation, we're physically separated, and you're bringing that physical separation into your world, believe it or not. And you're connected at a soul level, which is so complex that no matter what, you're always together. And as soon as you remove that illusion, that mask, the better off you'll be, and the closer you'll get to each other. One of the number one blocks, separation, the illusion of it. And lastly, you inspire me to be a better person. Absolutely resonates with the creativity card. They know it's you. They're putting everything together. They're fitting all the pieces to this puzzle together, and they're ultimately grateful to you. And what is the overall energy of this beautiful but complex connection? Just energy, just messages. I don't really view myself as a card reader because everything's always channeled here. This is more just messages. Because they always resonate with the energy and the journal. So it's more. So this is overall energy. I cannot believe this. Okay. Can't get any better than this. So higher self. And that's exactly it. Again, put in the comments what you want to know. Like what types of videos you want. If I can help in any way for you to understand the complexity of this journey. If I can do a video to give you further clarification. Anything you want. Put it in the comment section. And I will try and do something to help you. Because it's very complex. But higher self, you both get to your higher self. What is higher self? Higher self is awakening. That's the simple answer. You get to your higher self. You awaken to so much. The beauty of the world. Higher self is one of the best places to be. Regret. There's a lot of regret in the twin flame connection. Primarily masculine energy. Two things. They regret not telling you how they truly felt. That was ego, false self, and mask. And secondly, they regret on how things ended. They never meant to hurt. Never, ever, ever. They don't have the ability to hurt. Twins would never, ever hurt each other purposely. It does happen though. And if you're in it, if you're like, if there's any form of abuse, then I would start to reevaluate to see really if this truly is your twin flame, because it's not abusive. There's triggers, bad triggers, yes. But abuse, like physical abuse and psychological abuse and narcissism, is certainly not a twin flame connection. Twin flames and sacred union. So beautiful overall energy, and I love this so much. The sacred union has been, it's a sacred union, a twin flame sacred union. There's not much more I can say to that. So some of you are out there, you know, pulling out your hair, ripping off your cheeks, doing whatever, saying, what is this? This is a sacred union. You have been blessed with one of the greatest gifts in your lifetime. And this stems for lifetimes, thousands of years, past life connections, and it's beautiful. So for some of you that are doubting this, this is your message today. Just a messenger here. I love delivering those messages though. And not only that, you both know that the masculine knows too of twin flames, and so does the feminine. Like, how do you come across this? Like, you've never heard it before in your life, and all of a sudden both of you simultaneously come across this. It's not a coincidence. Nothing. I cannot believe this. Okay, so this is overall. If it's 3, I'll take it's too many. I don't know why it wants to. It's a crease there or something. Ask for 3 cards, please. Thank you. Overall energy. Last card. 1 card, please. Too many. 1 card, please. Holy. Must be a good one. Nope. Sorry, folks. Gotta come the way they come. Let's get there. Thank you so much. Okay. So this is the first one that came out. I know we're twin flames, but I'm confused. It's too much. Like, I'm going through for spiritual awakening. It's like, it's too much. So the knowledge is there, especially for the masculine energy and the feminine energy. I always feel like the feminine energy is a little 2 steps ahead of the masculine energy on this journey. This one here, I wish you were next to me. I miss you both. It's, you miss each other. There is regret there, believe it or not. Let me into your world. Don't close me out. This is some of you, and if this resonates. Some of you are low vibing right now, and as it was suggested earlier, as a message suggested, get out and ground. But don't close me out. Just keep loving unconditionally. I know it's hard. You're up and down, and I know this is going to sound harsh. 1 minute you're in this most loving state, and then you're in this like hatred state. It's normal. You will overcome that anger. And lastly, you balance my heart chakra. You balance each other's heart chakra. It's such a beautiful thing. All of this, and I'm sure many of you have never heard of an awakening, twin flame, chakras for that matter. When I was going through this, I had no idea. The knowledge, the wisdom, and all of the intelligence came not by Google, not by any mechanism, but by this. Never even heard of chakras before. It's just all that knowledge and wisdom will come, and that's your psychic awareness. Listen to your gut and your inner guide. It's always right. Don't listen to other people. Some people are just jealous, believe it or not. They don't want you to have such beautiful love in your life. Just keep meditating unconditional love, loving freely without ask or condition. Today, I want to do wisdom, overall energy, as it relates to this beautiful connection. Because I feel like some of you just are, well, by what the message says, and that's 4 cards, so I have to take, by what the message says, there's utter confusion right now. So you're either not following your gut or something's going on. So these are the 4 cards that fell. And yes, okay. So a beautiful message. As always, there's only beautiful messages here. And we have clean it up, unfinished symphony, chop wood, and loyal heart. So it's basically everything that message has alluded to, but a different form, like a different form of the message. Cleaning it up, getting rid of it. Cleaning it up is cleaning up and moving on and getting rid of those karmic cycles, all of these karmic toxic elements in your life that's not working. And this is like the unfinished business, unfinished symphony. This is some of you need to take a look at your life holistically and see what is not working for you. It will come. And to give you an example, I had a family member living with me and they were extremely toxic and low vibe. I cared and loved them very deeply. But one day, my inner guide said, that's enough. They have to leave. So you have to do what's good by you and get rid of that toxic element. So whatever unfinished it, and get rid of it, chop the wood, get them out. You know, do it in a loving way. I ended a 37-year friendship because it was toxic. And you just have to, but that wisdom, that awareness will come. And I love this so much. Look at this. How beautiful is this? 2, a loyal heart. There's a heart here. There's the true love. There's the spiritual journey. You're loyal. Both of you are ultimately loyal to each other. And you will always go back to that loyalty and that faith and that love in your heart. No matter what happens. You can have a momentary lapse of tantrum. I know because I did it. And I went out and I'm like, I'm going out, I'm doing this, I'm going on dates. But you always migrate back to your twin and the love of your twin. So very beautiful message. And lastly, I have a loving message for you to take today. So this is a great overall message. I love it. The twin flame card rarely comes out, but I've never, ever seen the twin flame and the sacred union card come out together. So it's a beautiful message. And what if they could, another beautiful message, just a loving message, again, to take for you on this beautiful day, evening, wherever you may be. This is the front, and this is the back. And it says, a great love life requires intimacy, trust, and the ability to share your feelings. Express your doubts and fears, your dislikes and dislikes. Talk openly, but listen, be present. Always with an open heart and mind. And how I resonate this is exactly that. Express your doubts, your fears, your anything. That's your ego. And just let it go. And love. Meditate. Love. Meditate. Physical touch. And it'll be, and it'll give you that inner peace, and always do it with an open, loving heart. Let the heart navigate your journey, not the poison of your mind. So that's all I have for you today, folks. Again, thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the comments, everything. It truly does warm my heart. And if this resonates, kindly hit the notification bell, like, subscribe, comment. It really, truly does help. Have a super day, folks.